Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm happy to welcome all members back here for this Council's AGM after a busy few weeks and months, and of course to welcome our newly elected member. We've now had the elections and results for the new shadow councils for East Surrey and West Surrey, and I'd like to pay tribute to all those candidates that stood for election and congratulate those that won the right to represent the people of this great county. Election to a local authority is a role of great responsibility and civic duty, and elected members must be, and I am sure will be, genuinely motivated by the same desire to improve the area which they represent and do what they can to make people's lives better. Being elected is a privilege and something that I believe none of us should take for granted. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognise the smooth running of these elections, an even more complex process this year than others that involve lots of hard work and late nights, lots of emotion and responsibility, but huge credit must go to all the staff across all councils that made that possible. Mr. Chairman, this was democracy in action, and we delivered a clear result and certainty for the people of Surrey as we head into a new world of local government across the county. I look forward to working with the incoming administrations over the coming months to ensure a smooth transition into East Surrey and West Surrey councils in April next year. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to say congratulations to all those members in this chamber who were elected to those new councils. Next year, the new unitaries will take on the baton of governing, of delivering critical services and facing the challenges of local government administration. It is not an easy or straightforward task. All 14 councils will need to work collaboratively within their own party and outside it, within the new council structures as they are formed, and with partners. I'm sure all elected members will look forward with energy, optimism and positivity, seeking to work constructively with existing members and officers alike so that we're able to collectively deliver what is the biggest challenge and potential opportunities in a generation. It is important too that we all know our roles and responsibilities in this strange year ahead, and that we are clear and helpful to residents. Services continue to be the responsibility of existing sovereign councils. The county will continue to do things like maintain roads, staff our libraries, support our schools, look after Surrey's children, and provide care to adults with complex care needs. The district and boroughs will continue to make sure bins are collected, planning decisions are taken, parks, open spaces and car parks are properly maintained, amongst other things. Surrey Fire and Rescue will continue to work 24/7 to keep people safe. We remain responsible and indeed accountable for those services people rely on day in, day out, and we will continue to treat that responsibility with the utmost seriousness. This Cabinet remains fully engaged and committed in our duties, and I expect every ward councillor will continue to work hard for their local communities, responding to casework and being a strong voice for their area. I know it will be tricky to manage residents' expectations and inquiries, having just been to the ballot box, but it is important we all stay in our lanes, refer people to the right point of contact, and continue to manage casework in the most effective and proper way. And I know that our communications and customer services team will do their bit to make things as clear as possible, but we must all play our part, work together, and give consistent information to residents. Mr. Chairman, the other thing I must stress throughout this process is regarding our staff. Their hard work should be recognised, particularly during this period of uncertainty. It is a hugely challenging time for all of us, but embarking on a complex piece of reorganisation while unsure where their own futures lie, at the same time as preparing the ground and delivering huge structural change, simply adds to the pressure. They continue to work incredibly hard, and we must be careful not to undermine the work of the very staff the new councils will inherit. Let us work responsibly as members and officers to speak the truth, be fair and measured, listen rather than lecture, and demonstrate trust and understanding together. Mr. Chairman, I look forward to working with the new shadow administrations once they are confirmed over the next couple of days. My door is always open, my cabinet colleagues likewise, and we will work hard with new members to deliver a smooth transition into the councils next year. Alongside that tradition, Mr. Chairman, the hard work and delivery of this council continues. In February, we set a balanced budget for the year ahead, and we will stick to that. In fact, as we closed the accounts for 25-26, we delivered a small underspend, whilst building up our reserves, so strengthening the financial foundations for Surrey going into reorganisation and maintaining the responsible, stable financial management that has been the hallmark of this council over the past 8 years or so, which I will hand over to East and West Surrey. Throughout all the challenges local government have faced in recent years, spiralling inflation, increased responsibility, growing demand, less money from government, pandemics and major incidents, this council, Surrey County Council, has increased its financial resilience, set and delivered balanced budgets, invested for the future, and been a sector leader in financial sustainability. And I am proud to hand on that legacy to East and West Surrey. Yes, there will be challenges ahead. There always are in local governments, but the work of this council means Surrey will be well equipped to deal with those challenges head on. There is no doubt that Surrey is the biggest loser from government's fair funding review, stripping money away from this county and redirecting it elsewhere. We will be almost entirely reliant on council tax to deliver the services our residents need. And as costs and demand increase, difficult choices and innovative efficiencies will have to be found. But we should not be misguided into thinking that the financial challenge is caused by reorganisation. In fact, it would be so much worse without it. Unitary councils don't just make sense, they make things work better for less. Now, I know the issue of the Woking debt has been raised time and time again in this chamber and on the doorstep. The debt held by Woking stood at over £2 billion, eye-watering and indeed scary. But action has been taken and is being taken to get that down. Following our lobbying, the government has already committed £500 million of financial support to reduce the debt down to £1.7 billion, with the promise of more tranches of support to come. It's like a slip of the tongue there. Alongside further debt support, the government is providing exceptional financial support for the current financial year, and it is likely that that support will continue into West Surrey to help manage debt interest and repayment levels year on year. Government-appointed commissioners have been in Woking Borough Council now for some years. They are managing the current situation, identifying efficiencies and reducing the overall debt levels. This includes selling a lot of Woking Borough Council's surplus assets, things like buildings and other previous investments that the council currently owns that can bring in money or reduce liabilities. This is set to bring down the current level of debt considerably, and my clear expectation from conversations with government is that they will step in when the final debt level is crystallised. Then there is the division of Surrey County Council's assets between East Surrey and West Surrey, which is being worked through. Both East and West Surrey will be able to make decisions in relation to selling assets or using them to bring in ongoing revenue to help manage the debt level or paying it down. So, Mr. Chairman, let's be clear, the Woking debt is being reduced dramatically over the coming months and years, and it will not have to be met directly by West Surrey Council taxpayers through rate increases or reduced services. The rest of the inherited debt from other district and borough councils, as well as the share of the county council debt, is manageable and serviceable for the size of the new unitary councils. I'm confident that by working together in the best interests of our residents, that the transition to the new world of local government will be smooth. And with the right attitude and endeavour, the future of this great county of Surrey is bright. This council will see out its duties with the dedication and expertise we have collectively demonstrated in recent years, right through to vesting day on the 1st of April 2027. Strong foundations, talented workforce, good service delivery, and we will pass on that legacy. Thank you.